listen to my stations here, 96.9 and 99.3, you know, on iHeartRadio. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Almost as good as Pandora.
Almost.
Yeah. All right, man. We're in game. This is a round 1 match, and I'll let you take top right. I'll do bottom right.
All right. In the top right, in the I suppose it's teal trunks. We have SoYPoptart, which sounds gross.
We call that pink.
Pink? All right. Well, I'm colorblind. Leave it. Okay.
Bottom right, we have green, and his name is NoTaiL, and he's also a Terran. I don't think I've seen NoTaiL play before. In fact, I don't think I've seen him in my tournaments before, so this is going to be interesting to see his play style. According to Zeke.com, these both are diamonds.
Very cool. Very cool. So, if this goes into the long game, which TVT often does, I give a slight advantage to SoYPoptart, just based on positioning, because he'll have an easier time taking a third base, because green would have to expand towards him, or take one that's significantly further away, which is harder to defend, you know?
True. This is very true. SoYPoptart's third base would be farther away from the green base than the third base of green would be from SoYPoptart. So you're right. So a third base here would be hard to defend for green.
This is interesting. That's a weird barracks placement. I think he just wants to be scouted, and he wants NoTaiL to be a little bit freaked out because say, hey, where's the barracks? Where's it at?
He wants them to freak out just for a bit. Like, you know, especially if he doesn't scout the entire base, if he doesn't go over far enough, he's going to wander around that command center wondering where it is until he goes over far enough.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, SoYPoptart has scouted the base of NoTaiL and did see the barracks.
Nah, this just looks like a 1-rax expand from both players.
Yep.
For a second, I thought SoYPoptart was going to build the barracks in the dark space in the corner. That would have been quite something.
I have done that occasionally. in Bronze League, that is.
Good map awareness from good game awareness from SoYPoptart. He was going to harass the SCV building the command center, but then he thought, hey, Mr. Marine is probably going to be out here soon. I better get out of here.
Yeah. Yes. And look at this. He sends an SCV over to the left of NoTaiL, and this SCV is up to no good. Unless he brings it home.
I think it was just a click to get out of there. He was probably just conserving APM and saying, hey, I don't want to be here, so let's go somewhere on the minimap. And then he did.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe he would have stayed over there to put something else down, but nope, he does not. He is in fact expanding, so both of these players are expanding, and that's about it. That's all that's going on the map right now. We do have, what's this? 4, is this? Oh, this is 3 barracks here for green, and we have, is the same thing for SoYPoptart?
Yep.
3.
So
all right.
Standard would be to follow up with double gas, which I imagine they'll both do, and then make a bunch of Marines and get tech labs and reactors.
There you go. Wow. So Terran mirror build going on right before your eyes.
Yep. So generally, when you open up with 3 racks, what you're looking for is about a 10-minute timing with a bunch of upgrades and medevacs. So the idea is you want to push with 4 medevacs and then drop a bunch of Marines in your opponent's base and try and, you know, fuck them up. That's kind of how it goes. But we'll see. I think in general, I forget who has the advantage, but I think it's the person who, like, catches the other person doing the drop who has the advantage in this mirror, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The person who can react the quickest here is probably going to be the better.
By the way, what's interesting about this sort of mirror is this often ends up in a base trade, just because you like drop each other at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yep. A little bit of a difference. If you didn't notice, I was on green's base and I noticed the bunker went down, but in SoYPoptart's base, he doesn't have a bunker. Now, I don't know if this is because NoTaiL didn't realize what SoYPoptart was doing. Did NoTaiL even scout? Let's see if he scouted. No, he did not. So that's why he puts the bunker down, because he actually didn't scout up to see that there was Marines only.
Well, this is a very safe build, so I don't imagine that he has too much to worry about. And the bunker is just so that he, I don't know, it's just for that little extra safety. What's interesting is, SoYPoptart is going for combat shields first, where NoTaiL is going for stun first. And a much faster factory for NoTaiL. So I'd actually give the advantage to NoTaiL right now, because unless I don't know. SoYPoptart might be thinking tanks, as opposed to medevacs. Because it's weird that you would get combat shields first if you're not going for medevacs. Though I don't know. I'm not a Terran player, so we'll see.
Single file Marines of NoTaiL marching right across the northbound on the map. Sends one Marine in, and now SoYPoptart sees it, no problem, runs down the ramp and kills it.
Yeah. This is a very integral part of this kind of strategy, just because if somebody is doing something like fast Banshee after expand, or just any sort of like greedy 3cc or greedy tech build, you can say, hey, you have not enough Marines, so I can just get a bunch of damage done.
Yep, he's trying to cut him off a little bit.
I see what SoYPoptart is doing. It's because he wants to do a combat shields push.
Okay,
Notice how many more Marines he has. But I think with Defender's advantage in the bunker, NoTaiL should be fine.
Oh yeah, this bunker here, SoYPoptart's going to be like, oops, let me get out of here. I don't want to be around here anymore.
That's a mistake. He shouldn't have done that.
A little bit of Marine splitting there. Yes, the Green Terran does have Banelings, so you might as well split your Marines. Go for it. Alright, so take a look at the Green Natural here. It's about fully mined. He's going to build a factory on the low ground. Or I'm sorry, he's going to float his factory over to the low ground. He is building a command center in his main base and putting another... He has another barracks, or I'm sorry, 2 more barracks up here, so 5 barracks altogether.
I'd actually give, I actually think I'd give SoYPoptart a slight edge, though, just because even though his economy will be slightly behind, he has his upgrades significantly faster, and in Marine versus Marine, that makes the biggest difference in the world.
Yep, looking at the production tab, we see that SoYPoptart does have his stem halfway done. NoTail's stem is done. He does have his medevacs out. Does SoYPoptart have his medevacs? Yes, they are. They are out above his army right now. He does not. He didn't make another couple extra barracks. So he is. If you notice his minerals, he will float some minerals here, simply because he doesn't have the production facilities quite yet to use the minerals.
NoTaiL?
I'm sorry, SoYPoptart.
SoYPoptart.
Yeah, he'll start to float minerals because, if you didn't notice, NoTaiL did make a couple more barracks, whereas SoYPoptart did not.
Well, I imagine he's going to add a command center soon, and then he'll add more barracks. That would be my guess. He also needs to be building some supply depots.
He's going to be supply blocked here in a little bit. In fact, he might be supply blocked.
Yeah, this is a little unfortunate. He really needs some supply depots queued up. There's that command center we talked about.
Yep. The 2 medevacs for NoTaiL are at the north part of the map, moving eastbound. And they will come into the main here, right above the factory.
This should be pretty damn good for Green because, yeah, like, SoYPoptart's army is way the hell out of position. If you can kill this armory, that'd be a huge deal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he doesn't know where to go. Oh, he's going to load back in. He wasn't focused. He wasn't very focused there with that drop.
Yeah, that was a little bit sloppy. Yeah. That could have went way better, but all in all, I'd say that was pretty good.
I don't know about that. I think he could have focused on at least something. Maybe a tech lab or something,
well, he's way ahead on damage done. He delayed the armory, which will delay the 2-2. And he's
I see. He double pronged. He went into the front too.
Bad observer. What do you know?
yeah. Okay, I was paying attention to what was going on in the main, but he actually double pronged. He actually faked the. It was almost like a fake. He decided, okay, if the army doesn't, if the army does come up into the main to take out my medevacs, then I'm just going to go into the front. Well, SoYPoptart was all over that.
I think NoTaiL may actually just be dead right now.
Yeah, he's dropping into the main while SoYPoptart is going to going right down the throat of
Green
NoTaiL.
is just dead. So he could He could have stepped his Marines a little bit further forward to have more of them firing, but I don't think it makes a difference. He just has way too many Marines.
Oh, here comes the SCV pool. There's nothing here to defend at all.
Yeah, the DPS in the Marines is too high. You never want to be pulling SCVs against Stim Marines with 1-1.
Lifts the command center, wants to get out of harm's way. There goes a tech lab. The tech lab on the factory goes down.
He's cleaned up.
Yeah, he cleaned it up.
Impressive.
Let's look at the damage done here. 29 workers killed for SoYPoptart to 17. 100 units total to 78. So SoYPoptart definitely ahead right now. Now, finally, like I was trying to say, he's going to build his barracks here in his natural.
Interestingly enough, they're both equal on SCV counts, and there's a lack of workers mining in SoYPoptart's main. Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something.
I mean, NoTaiL did drop again while SoYPoptart was pushing, and I think just SoYPoptart with that just forgot to move his workers back. But now he did. They are mining in the main again.
All right.
He does have a command center that's floating over here to this third base. SoYPoptart now cranking out the tanks. NoTaiL.
So one difference here is that NoTaiL got the PF at the third, where SoYPoptart is getting an orbital at his third. So that's a pretty big deal. But I feel like NoTaiL has just been better overall about making SCVs, so he's up 5 workers, which kind of makes a big difference. Though that extra meal will mitigate that a little bit.
Yeah, the supply is pretty substantial, 127 to 90, even though SoYPoptart definitely had the advantage in that push that he did. So it's kind of a strange situation.
That's just a macro victory. Plus, he delayed the he made the mining so efficient for so long that it was just. But yeah. Well, one other thing to note is that SoYPoptart has 2-2. And he has tanks, as compared to the 1-1 and no tanks.
Yeah, that he destroyed that tech lab, which didn't allow him to research siege, and he's making the tank now. There's one tank that just came out there. But like you said, any tanks that SoYPoptart has is going to wreck the Marines that NoTaiL has.
This is nice. He's going to go from 2 sides.
Yep. He's going to split his army and try to flank him from the west. While he comes from the south here. Here we go. South moves first. West moves second.
Yeah, this should be game.
And NoTaiL takes out 2 tanks. This third tank tries to get out of there and it's destroyed. Now he's going to look.
If you look at the supply, plus the upgrades are equalized. And we have 67 Marines, a Marauder, and a tank versus 33 Marines and a tank. So, I think one side might have a slight edge. NoTaiL is building another command center, playing it safe.
Alright, NoTaiL definitely has a great position here. He's going to be able to get a good concave on these units. The sensor tower is right in the middle of all this. It goes down. The command center goes down. Oh.
Yeah. If NoTaiL goes into the natural with a small squadron of Marines.
He is.
Doing tons of damage.
That's 30.
This is just more poison in the veins.
34 workers killed now for NoTaiL. It's just even the worker kill count.
Well, he's going to lose all of these Marines, but I honestly don't think it matters.
Nope, he does. His second force is standing back here.
Cancels the third again because, you know, NoTail's giant army is standing there.
And he has enough medevacs here to heal this army, too. It's pretty sickening.
And NoTaiL is moving out with his army that he had at home.
Wow.
Which I think in itself is almost as big as SoYPoptart's army, so...
He just loaded all those Marines. He's taking them into the main. This spells bad news for Soy. This might be game just with that drop alone. Let alone the NoTail's force that's coming from the south.
Get gets blasted by the one tank in the natural that yells resistance, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah. He has like a good game well played from SoYPoptart.
That was
there we go. That was the first game.
That was a good game. Sorry if I'm interrupting you.
Ah, no problem.